Did you tell the Attorney General that Donald Trump's name is in the Epstein files? Yes or no?
Why don't you try spelling it out?
Yes
if you're
or no, Director?
Use the alphabet.
Yes or no?
No? A, B, C,
Director,
D, E, F?
it sounds like you don't want to tell us. Did you tell the Attorney General that Donald Trump's name was in the Epstein files?
Why don't you try serving your constituency by focusing on reducing violent crime in this country and the number of pedophiles that are illegally harbored in your sanctuary cities in California? I'll work with you on that.
Regular order, Mr. Chairman.
Representative Eric Swalwell just did something the halls of Congress haven't seen in years. He attempted to use the government's own internal protocols to box in one of its most powerful officials. In this 8-minute exchange, the atmosphere shifts from standard regular questioning to a high-stakes standoff over the Jeffrey Epstein files. The tension in the room is palpable, but don't skip ahead. The real trap isn't about the names you think. It's about the shell game of information itself. Pay close attention to the director's face when the questioning shifts from general statistics to specific conversations with the Attorney General. It is a masterclass in narrative tension that doesn't reach its peak until the final moments.
Director, the first time you saw Donald Trump's name was in the Epstein files. Did you close the files or keep reading?
I have reviewed not the entirety of the files, so
you haven't reviewed all of the Epstein files?
Personally, no.
You're the director of the FBI. This is the largest case the FBI has ever been a part of. Buck stops at the top, and your testimony today is you have not reviewed all the files.
What I've been doing is busy providing the safest country this country has seen in modern U.S. history in historic speed, because the men and women of the FBI are given the resources to reduce the homicide rate, to reduce the drug trafficking rate, to reduce the amount of children that are being trafficked and the number of pedophiles.
It sounds like those children being trafficked would appreciate the director reviewing the files. You said you don't know the number of times Trump's name appears in the files, so it could at least be 1,000 times. Is that right?
The number is a total misleading factor. We have not released anyone's name in the Epstein files that has not been credible.
Director, could it at least be 1,000 times?
We have released every piece of legally permissible information. Okay, you can characterize the numbers however you want it.
Reclaiming my time, Director. It sounds like if you don't know the number, it could at least be 1,000 times.
It's not. It's not.
Is it at least 500 times?
No.
Is it at least 100 times?
No.
Then what's the number?
I don't know the number, but it's not that.
Do you think it might be your job to know the number?
My job is to provide for the safety and security of this country. My job is not to engage in political innuendo so you can go out to the sticks and get your 20-second hit in your fundraising article.
Director,
keep going, reclaiming your time, because the people of California are being underserved by your representation.
If the president is not implicated, why not release everything that involves him?
We have released everything, the president and anyone else's side, that is credible and lawfully be able to be released. Your fixation on this matter and baseless accusations that I'm hiding child pedophiles is disgusting. Anyone that says that needs to look at the stats alone and go back to the state of California, who's receiving the biggest surge in FBI resources through my redeployment, because the cities of Los Angeles, San Diego, and San Francisco need it.
Representative Swalwell starts with a softball premise that everyone understands: the importance of the Epstein files as the largest sex trafficking case the FBI has ever handled. By establishing that the buck stops at the top, the representative attempts to lull the witness into a defensive position based on management responsibility. However, we see a swift distraction. Instead of answering the specific number of times a certain name appears, the director pivots to the broader successes of the FBI, such as reducing homicide and drug trafficking rates. This is a classic standard maneuver designed to establish authority and deflect the narrative focus away from the files and toward agency stats. From a neutral standpoint, this illustrates the friction between a legislative body seeking specific transparency and an executive agency focusing on its overall performance metrics. The director calls the line of questioning as political innuendo, while the representative uses the tool of reclaiming my time to keep the focus on the documents in question.
Remembering your oath to tell the truth, did you ever tell Donald Trump his name is in the files?
I have never spoken to President Trump about the Epstein files.
Did you ever tell the Attorney General that Donald Trump's name is in the Epstein files?
The Attorney General and I have had numerous discussions about the entirety of the Epstein files and the reviews conducted by our team.
Did you tell the Attorney General that Donald Trump's name is in the Epstein files?
And we have released where President Trump's name is in the
It's a simple
attorney's
question.
file.
Did you tell the Attorney General that the President's name is in the Epstein files?
During many conversations that the Attorney General and I have had on the matter of Epstein, we have reviewed
The question is
painstakingly
simple.
who
Did you
can
tell
be-
the Attorney General that Donald Trump's name is in the Epstein files? Yes or no?
Why don't you try spelling it out if
Yes
you're
or
going to mock me?
no, Director?
Use the alphabet.
Yes or no?
No? A, B, C,
Director,
D, E, F?
it
Don't wanna
sounds
do
like
it?
you don't want to tell us. Did you tell the Attorney General that Donald Trump's name was in the Epstein files?
Why don't you try serving your
Director,
constituency
did
by
you tell the
focusing on
Attorney
reducing
General
violent
that Donald
crime in this
Trump's name-
country and the number of pedophiles that are
Director,
legally
reclaiming my
harbored in
time,
your
Director.
sanctuary cities in
Director,
California?
reclaiming
I'll
my
work with
time.
you on that.
Regular
Do you
order,
want to
Mr.
work with
Chairman.
us on that?
Director,
I'm
reclaiming
the
my
lawless
time.
gentleman from California.
Did you tell the Attorney General that Donald Trump's name is in the Epstein files? Yes or
Question
no?
has been asked and answered.
You have not answered it, and we will take your evasiveness as a consciousness of guilt. Director, did Donald Trump ever say to you, just find and release the entire truth? Don't worry if I'm in it?
The instructions from the administration were to release all credible information, and we have done that.
Did Donald Trump ever provide information about Jeffrey Epstein as an informant?
Donald Trump has not been, and I can only speak for the FBI, an informant of the FBI.
So, Director, you've played this cute shell game where you say you can't release everything because the court has said that it legally is not allowed to be released, but the court calls bullshit. Judge Richard Berman said that when you went to the court, quote, information contained in the Epstein grand jury transcripts pales in comparison to Epstein investigation information and materials in the hands of the Department of Justice. So let's move on, Director. You wrote a book called Government Gangsters. You identified 20 individuals in that book. You put me on that list at the top of the list. Thank you. My children find it flattering. 20 of those individuals have been investigated or have had adverse actions. Director, considering that you have identified these people as, quote, government gangsters, will you recuse yourself from making any investigation decisions about these individuals?
Anyone that has been terminated at the FBI has been done so
the
because
question
they failed
again.
to meet the muster in
Director,
their constitutional
I will
obligation.
work on the
No.
audio-visual capabilities.
I'm
of
going to
Bruce. I
borrow
don't think
your
you can hear me.
terminology and call
I'm reclaiming
bullshit
my
on your
time.
entire career in
I'm
Congress.
reclaiming my
It
time,
has been
Director.
a disgrace to the American
Director,
people.
I'm reclaiming my
You
time.
can reclaim your
Will you
time all you
recuse
want.
yourself?
Mr. Chairman,
Try
you're
and
going to allow a
protect the
witness to
citizens
speak
of
this
California.
way? Mr. Chairman, would you
You'll
give...
recuse yourself, Director.
The gentleman has no time to...
Mr. Chairman, would you
Mr.
admonish the
Chairman,
witness not to insult members?
The gentleman has no time.
Mr. Chairman,
The
just
committee will remember.
quick point of order. Could the gentleman be extended an additional 20 seconds to complete his thoughts since the witness decided to interrupt him
And
continuously?
then the witness will be able to respond if he wants. We'll make sure
Thank
he
you.
has time to do that.
My question
We'll
is,
continue.
will you, Director, recuse yourself, yes or no, from investigating or making decisions about the 60 individuals, including myself, that you identified as government gangsters? Yes or no?
Time of the gentleman has expired. The
No.
witness may respond if he would like.
And the answer was no, as I heard.
The jaw drop moment occurs when the representative demands a simple yes or no regarding whether the director told the Attorney General that Donald Trump's name was in the files. The resulting exchange, where the director suggests spelling it out and the representative responds by referencing the alphabet, marks a significant breakdown in traditional proper behavior. Neutral observers would note that this highlights the consciousness of guilt argument used by the interrogator when a witness is perceived as evasive. Furthermore, the introduction of the director's own book, Government Gangsters, serves as the proof within this populist structure. By identifying individuals in a book and then being asked to recuse himself from investigating those same people, the director is forced into a two-way choice. Acknowledge a potential conflict of interest or double down on his duties under the law. The final refusal to recuse and the calling bullshit on the representative's career represents the climax of this tension release cycle. In the end, this exchange isn't just about two individuals. It's about the big problem of how information is guarded or weaponized within the swamp. Whether it is the shell game of legal permissions or the use of internal memos to explain the withholding of grand jury transcripts, the result is a closed loop where the public is often left searching for clarity. This reflects the uniparty protection racket theory, where the mechanisms of government are used to protect the system itself rather than provide the transparency the public demands. We see a representative and a director, both accusing each other of failing the American people, yet the files underneath remain largely shielded by court orders and government processes. This isn't about choosing a side between California or the FBI. It's about asking if the current system of oversight is capable of producing the entire truth. Does the process of reclaiming time actually lead to accountability, or is it just another part of the performance? Drop a comment below. Do you think officials should be required to recuse themselves from cases involving people they have publicly criticized in writing? Let's look at the facts together.